Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Mac and T Show podcast. Here are your hosts, Ryan Mackay and T Davis.
This is the Mac and T Show. This is the Mac and T Show. We talk movies and TV shows, sports and world news, coasting like on a world cruise. Hosted by Bryant and T Davis. Yeah, you can't tame us. We go on to the top, we're becoming famous.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mac and T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mac and T Show.
Welcome back to the Mac and T Show podcast. Right off the bat, I just want to, it came out late last night, but Kobe Bryant has announced that he will retire at the end of this coming season. He did so in a beautiful poem that if anybody has the chance to today, I suggest you go to the Players Tribune website and check it out. Basically, the bulk of the piece of the poem that's the most interesting. He says, "This season is all I have left to give. My heart can take the pounding, my mind can handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye." Let's see, Kobe, he leaves us, well, he's not gone yet, but he will leave us as a five-time MVP, a five-time NBA champ, third all-time in scoring behind Kareem and Karl Malone, two-time MVP, 17-time All-Star, 15-time All-Defensive Player, 15-time All-NBA team, 12-time All-Defensive team, and two-time gold medalist. I'll leave the floor to the Laker fan.
Well, Kobe, thank you for doing us a favor and going on and getting out of Dodge. We all knew it was over 3 or 4 years ago. You just got the memo. Thank you for finally getting the memo and stop trying to play. Now you need to go ahead and tell Byron Scott to go ahead and let the young scrubs that we got play. Because if we're going to be awful, they might as well just get some practice. And we're going to be awful. Kobe, my motto always been, I ain't care for Kobe if he wasn't a Laker because I just, didn't like him that much. He's a good ball player, but anyway. Thank you for retiring, Kobe. Thank you. Because it's been long overdue. We all had the memo. Apparently his got stuck in the cloud and just came through on his text message. And,
You gonna put it on the cloud?
Yeah, it was stuck in the cloud and it finally came through. All the rest of us got the text message about 3 years ago. I don't know. His was stuck in the cloud. It finally dropped on down to his phone, and now it has come to him. But I'm just glad it's over because I'm tired of him out there looking awful. And even though I didn't care for him much, yeah, he could play. It's sad to see you out there just ruining, what little legacy you got for these new kids that seeing you like, man, Kobe garbage.
Yeah,
because that's what I would think. God, he's terrible.
One last thing on Kobe. Kobe was, he's kind of known as the bridge between what was the Jordan era and then the era that we have today. And for him to be out there shooting 1 for 14 and not even coming close on any of the 13 misses I'm glad that he made this decision. It was right time. And
somebody else should have made the decision, but whatever. All right.
Yeah. They might have. They might have told him, you ain't getting no contract next year. So
no, they shouldn't have gave him the one that gave him for that $50 million. Then we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yes, well, hindsight.
No, we all saw it. I don't know what the Buzz family doing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, well, moving right along to NCAA football. Les Miles is still the coach at LSU. And according to AD Joe Oliva, he will be our coach for the future. Is his exact words after their win against Texas A&M this past weekend, where the players carried him off the field. The chants from the crowd, "We want less, we want less."
Y'all want less? That's what y'all get. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but this is good for LSU. This is what LSU gets. This is what they deserve. They need to fire that AD. The AD, I don't have too much faith in because I'm not going to mention any names, but he has, when he first got his job down there at LSU, he moved a coach that I'm quite close to right out the door, the same kind of way. And yeah, so he deserves all this. He deserved to have everybody they put on TV Saturday night, Shaquille O'Neal, right on down the line, all of them that they interviewed, to say, you know, it was wrong for them to, you know, put it out there that Les could be coaching his final games. Yeah, you know, it's wrong of them to do it the way they did it, and they handled it awfully. And this is what he gets. This is what he gets.
Well,
he gets to look like a fool because now Les Miles is going to continue being the coach there.
He don't look like a fool. Coaches, people do this all the time. They do this foolishness all the time. He just is trying to get a little publicity. He got some. Les won't be there too much longer because if he don't win, if it ain't the AD, all the alumni gonna be like, we tired of just being mediocre.
Well, this is the thing. He is winning. He has had 11 winning seasons at LSU. And
I get that, but don't nobody care about it. Ask Georgia. Ask Mark Richt. He done got fired. He been winning. You gotta win championships, even if it's just your conference championship. They'll probably let you. If you win your conference and beat your rivals, you'll be good.
I guess my problem,
every couple of years.
My problem with it, and I know this is not going to change ever, but I think my problem with it is the ones in control are those people that are given the big bucks, and I can't stand that. That's always bothered me when it comes to athletics in college, and it continues to be the way. I mean, if you giving the big money, you think you have all to say.
Well, you do, because if you don't get your money, then none of this stuff is going down the way it is. Because most of these schools ain't making enough profit off of, like, these bowl games. They make good money, but they can't afford to pay these coaches $4 and $5 million like they're paying if these boosters don't kick in and give money for arenas and practice facilities and all that other stuff to even just get kids to come there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know when you take the money what the deal is. So
yeah, you making a deal with the devil.
mean, I don't think he should lose his job as far as they've been solid. They've been having 10, 11 win seasons, like you said. I don't even like Georgia, but the same thing happened with Mark Richt. And if you don't win championships, then they don't care.
No, basically, where Les Miles and Mark Richt fall, they fall in the category of not being Nick Saban. And since they are not Nick Saban, all their fans and all those big boosters think there's another Nick Saban out there, and it's not.
And that's the thing I was going to say. If they fire him, who you going to get?
Correct.
Who is Georgia going to get? Like the dude at Oklahoma State, I think that might have been a name that came up. Like these people, they've been grinding to build up programs. They ain't in no big hurry to leave and come to a conference now, especially when you got this Final Four thing where you might get a chance if you can just win in your little conference.
Right.
You're not going to be in no rush to come to the SEC where everybody knocking each other off.
Yeah, speaking of the playoffs, they are rounding more and more into shape. Allegedly. I mean, the only thing I see now that could just really derail what happens with them is
if Florida upset Alabama, which is not going to happen. North Carolina is liable to beat Clemson.
If that's the one. I know Florida's always got a chance.
I don't know what game you've been watching, and it's still great to be a Florida Gator. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, if Carolina was to upset Clemson, that could bring back Ohio State into the picture. That could bring back Stanford into the picture. Right now, as it stands, it's looking like it's going to be Alabama, Clemson, Michigan State, or the Michigan State Iowa winner, and then Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yeah, if Clemson is to lose,
I think Clemson gonna lose, but I don't think a 2-loss team. Like I think Baylor got 1 loss or 2.
I'm gonna tell you why Baylor. I don't know how many losses they have, but I'm tell you why they're not going. Because the committee is gonna look at it and see that they're on their 3rd string quarterback, and they're not gonna give them the leeway that they gave Ohio State last year.
How about the Ohio State play on their 3rd string quarterback?
They're not gonna give. They're not gonna give it to them. Sorry for Art Browse and the crew.
I need the Coca-Cola man, the Pepsi, the Pepsi man,
the Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Coke, Pepsi Cola here.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Ice cold Dr. Pepper here.
You know, one of y'all could be the next coach of the championship. The one to be the quarterback. You know, he's standing over there talking to the quarterback.
Yes.
See, this will work out just perfect. They need to go ahead and let Baylor get in.
Oh my goodness. Moving on to the NFL. Over Thanksgiving Day, the Carolina Panthers steamrolled the Dallas Cowboys and remained unbeaten. I think it's still the Panthers and everybody else in the NFC. I don't see another NFC team. I just don't see it. The Seattle's defense is not as good as it used to be. They're without Marshawn Lynch.
I'm about to say they just got another injury to some defensive player.
Jimmy Graham is out. He got carted off the field yesterday.
Well, that's one of the reasons, honestly, that the Saints got rid of him. A little bird told me, because he was always
Yeah, he spent his last couple of years always being on the injury reserve.
That big body, you know, them bigs get hurt. You be like, oh, what's gonna break next? Let me go ahead and get rid of him while we still got some value.
I mean, I believe truly the Arizona Cardinals are the only team in the NFC that I think could actually derail Cam's momentum in Carolina. In the AFC, all signs were that it was the Patriots to lose, and then Rock Osweiler took it to them in overtime last night, and they beat the Patriots.
Well, they lost faster than I thought. I knew they was gonna lose eventually. I just thought it would be closer to the wild card playoff game.
Right.
And way to go, Broncos.
And Gronk is out. He hurt his knee last night. They're saying it's not gonna be serious, but he was carted off the field. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. I think you got the Patriots, the Broncos. You gotta put Steelers in there just because of Big Ben and that offense, and then the Bengals, who have lost 2 in a row, but they won yesterday against St. Louis in pretty convincing fashion, and they have so many weapons offensively. And if their defense can play like they did yesterday, they're going to be a team that can make some noise in playoff time. So I definitely think it's a lot more congested in the AFC.
Good luck, y'all.
Alright, well that's going to bring us to our first break. On the other side, we'll get into a little world news and get into this LaQuan McDonald year later.
Coverup.
The year later mess that is going on in Chicago, as well as a little Empire talk. But all that's for the other side. This has been the Mac and T Show. Thank you for listening.
What time is it? What time is it?
Welcome back to the Mac and T Show podcast. LaQuan McDonald, a 16-year-old who was shot 16 times by a white police officer in Chicago in October of 2014. The investigation has been ongoing into what exactly happened. Supposedly there is a big cover-up involved where there's a lot of the surveillance footage has been deleted.
Burger King. Sorry.
No. And so it has caused an uproar in the city. They, have scheduled marches and even some riots. And, Chicago is already a crazy town anyway.
Right.
So, what do you know about the whole situation?
Well, I know that when somebody told me not to watch the video, I should have listened.
Yeah.
Because he shot that boy down like a wild dog in the street. And when you see stuff on the movies, like, you know how to spray on some of the crazy people, like Jimmy Wong, or I can't think of one of the Chinese people that do all the extra stuff with the blood spraying everywhere.
Right.
When you see the little mist coming up where he shot that boy on the ground, you just like, I just can't believe that just happened. I just can't believe another human would shoot somebody 16 times. Forget he's a police officer. Forget what color they are. Another human just shot another human 16 times.
Yeah.
That is just crazy to me.
And
he didn't sleep with your wife. He didn't rape somebody, your daughter. Just a random guy you don't know from Adam.
Right.
Just shot him 16 times.
I'll say this. It was excessive, extreme excessive, and that officer should be charged to the fullest extent for what he did because it was wrong and it was unnecessary. But my only problem with this whole situation is all these marches, all these riots. All you seeing is pictures of him, of this, and I'm talking about McDonald boy. All you see is pictures of him looking sweet and innocent, and poor little boy. Okay, yeah, like I said, the officer was completely wrong, and he should be charged, and he should be thrown under the jail for what he did. But let's not. Can we stop with the pictures of them and their little cap and gowns and holding their teddy bears and he's such an innocent, sweet little boy. He didn't deserve to be shot, but the boy was on drugs. He was walking up and down the street, breaking into cars, stealing radios and whatever else. Let's not make him out to be a saint, because he was not that. Did he deserve what he got? No. Extreme no.
Well, that just go hand in hand. First of all, your mom and them, no matter how bad you are, they gonna swear you just a walking angel. Right. That's how it go. And so it's pretty much like the media do. The media they find like when old boy got shot by Zimmerman. Oh, they went back. He had got kicked out of school. He had did. So the media do the exact opposite. It's just, I don't know if that's some kind of human nature thing. Well, let's find the worst thing that we can find on him. And then on the opposite side, the people that might have known him, well, he was just so loving and caring. Girl, he was out there stealing, whatever. This has got to stop. People just got to understand, like, I say that the cops should be treated like the SEC do the coaches. If you are the chief of police and one of your officers gets something like this, then both of y'all gonna be on suspension until we investigate, because you should be knowing what's going on with your people. This is not the first time that he don't act out of order. And probably considering all this stuff about Burger King manager saying, they 80 something minutes of a tape missing after y'all watched it.
Right.
Y'all been trying to cover this up for a long time. So y'all been knowing this dude there's something wrong in y'all office for a while, at y'all station for a while. So I say you should do it just like that. Whoever at the head, you're going to get cut off, so that'll encourage you to try to clean up and keep your people on the upright. If you know you're going to get fired, you ain't going to just ignore all the whispers that you hear. Oh, yeah, he a dirty cop, he taking money, he doing this, he doing that. Because you ain't trying to lose your money.
No, and just like you said, just like in SEC or in coaching in general, something happens like that with one of your underlings, you are culpable because you are the one who's in charge. Like, one of your assistant coaches does some dirty stuff, academically, whatever, they get punished, but so do you, because you are supposed to be in charge of what's going on with your program. Just like this situation, you might not have had your hand on the delete button, but somebody in your office was going around deleting footage, getting rid of footage. They should be punished, as should you, because you shouldn't be letting that happen.
And it's cops that I heard a cop on talking to a radio station. I can't remember what it was, and he wasn't an officer anymore. But he was saying, he didn't have. He was young. He didn't know how it went. So when he saw something dirty, he go to tell it. His superiors tell him basically like, "Do you really want to do this?" He like, yeah. What you mean? So then all of a sudden he get rats put on his car and all kinds of little foolishness. They acting like kids, but then all of them want to say, well, all of us aren't bad. Well, when y'all accept the behavior of your peers, then if the one bad apple just spoiling all of y'all, because
Right.
we all see y'all the same. I mean, it's a badge, and we don't know which one of y'all are good. Y'all all got on the same attire.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's the next step. It's like, look, y'all supervisors and chiefs or whoever, you're gonna lose your job, or you're gonna be sitting at a desk and be up for losing your job if you got bad people in your. So you better clean it up.
Right.
Because now you know that this stuff that we seeing on what was the name of that show? The bald headed white guy, he was bad. Police officer. What was the show that was on? A lot of these cop shows like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but it ain't coming to me.
You be like, yeah, that stuff is for real. They be really out there wilding out like that.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Well, I think that's going to bring it to our next break. On the other side, we'll get into our Empire review. Next episode will be the the mid-season finale, the fall finale. So this will be can't wait to tell you guys what happened on this last one. But we'll get into that on the upside. This has been the Mac and T Show. Thank you for listening.
What time is it? What time is it?
Welcome back to the Mac and T Show podcast. Empire. One episode away from the season finale, and it is getting. Oh, I don't want it to go. I don't want it to go. I don't want. Oh, I'm sad. So sad.
Don't be sad. It'll be bad.
Yes, it will, but it'll be too long. Goodness, I need something to do on Wednesday night.
You better go watch the replay.
Yes. Oh, so on this past episode, which was entitled "Sinned Against," we got Lucius. Terrence Howard is doing a beautiful job of towing the line between good and bad. I love it because he's still scheming to try and get Hakeem back to Empire. Still scheming, but and doing some dirty stuff. Then you got him just being just this lovey-dovey person with Rhonda, who is Andre's wife, that's pregnant, being lovey-dovey with her because she's got his future in her womb, basically. So he's buying them a mansion with all these rooms. He's doing all kind of just wonderful stuff. Then you got him being dirty again, and he's really trying, like, it's just out of jealousy for him and Jamal. Jamal's getting all this notoriety and all this publicity right now, and he's trying to come up in it. He wants to be a part of it so bad. I'll kind of fast forward a little bit, and I'll come back. But Jamal's case, they're recording his commercial. He's part of the Pepsi commercial, and he's out there doing the song. And of course, when you record something like that, you're in the studio. You have a director, and who would you get if you're a well-known director? Who would you get to play a director on your own show? Well, just bring your own self out there. Lee Daniels makes an appearance in this episode, and so he is the director of the Pepsi commercial spot. And Lucius, apparently has already talked to him about, maybe doing something with him and Jamal instead of just Jamal. And Lee Daniels shuts him down, saying, you're the past, and this boy is the future, and I got a vision, and we're gonna go with that vision, So he's still trying. And even Lucius gets upset and walks out. But he tells Andre to go ahead with, they're going to sell a bunch of his old records to make money for this merger with the music streaming company, because, they're thinking that's going to be the next big thing if they get that deal done. So he's going to, sell his records. Sky Summers, which is Alicia Keys' character, is in this episode, and her, it don't matter. She can just come in and sing, and she's all right with me.
She can't sing that great either. Go ahead.
I just like her voice. Her raspy voice just... Anyway, so so her and Jamal are gonna collaborate on a little song, and they're going back and forth singing, trying to get something together at some point in the episode, and he leans in and gives her a kiss. So she looks up at him. They both kind of feeling it, and yeah. So Jamal kissed Scott, kissed Alicia.
Jamal, I am a homosexual.
The LGBT card carrying member Jamal.
Oh, okay.
Yes, indeed. So let's see. While that's going on, meanwhile in Philadelphia, you got, and this, I'm so glad they brought Vivica Fox into this.
Yeah, they're a mess. I saw them acting up.
Because her and Cookie walking down the streets of Philadelphia looking for Carol in there. I mean, just the biggest, gaudiest fur coat you could possibly have. And they walking around just like they can't be touched. So, they're going back and forth with each other. Cookie enlists the help of a former cellmate, Pepper, played by Rosie O'Donnell, in finding where Carol is. They find Carol. She's she's in the crack again, doing her thing.
She out there in them drugs, Lord, they don't got her.
Well, they're cut to a scene where they're in a little diner getting some food, and Cookie goes to the restroom, and after Carol has, basically Candace, Vivica Fox's character, gives Carol ultimatum: you want to go with me or you want to go with Cookie, but you got to go with one of us, basically. And Candace agreed that she would still keep Carol's kids while Carol's, down and needing help, even if Carol goes with Cookie. So she chooses to go with Cookie, of course, because Cookie's the fun sister, and Candace is bougie and married to a white man. So why would you want to go there? But so when Cookie goes to the restroom, Candace said, it wouldn't be such a sister-slave reunion if Cookie knew what you did while she was in prison. So don't know what happened there, but your mind goes to wondering, and sister slaves. Yes, she did. So you got that. Hakeem is back at the office working on this cookout concert that they got going on. Anika is watching on Periscope, which is, they don't call it Periscope in the episode, but it's basically Periscope. She's watching the rehearsal between Hakeem and Laura, and
she needs to go and tell that boy she's pregnant.
Anika is turned to a full-fledged
stalker.
She's stalker. Yes, she is a stalker. So
she's a stalker.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
But yeah. So there's a lot going on. Oh, keep going back to Lucius. He has done some research on Laz and found out he's one of them bully boys. I've been calling them the Longhorn Crew. So they have an actual name, the Bully Boys or whatever, 134th Street Bully Boys or whatever, who are branded with the little bull horns or whatever. So he comes walking in full mafia attire. He got his black on. He got his boys with him, all in black, and tells what he found out. Cookie and Hakeem are there with Laz. So Hakeem says, "Mom, the boys, the guys that jumped me or whatever, they had these little bull tattoos on their back. Does he have one?" So Cookie goes up to Laz, turns him around, snatches his gun, pulls his shirt down, sees the tattoo, shows it to Hakeem. Hakeem said, yeah, that's it. Basically, Cookie just has a small mini breakdown after she leaves the room, but she hands the gun to Lucius. They kind of have a little moment where they're looking into each other's eyes and, kind of like, okay, yeah, you know what you got to do. So they leave, and, I believe Laz is going to be no more. So.
Well, hold on. Well, what about I thought the white lesbian lady, I thought something happened with them that found out she was trying to take the thing from
You're going too far. You're going too fast. You're going too fast. That's the next episode. You're going too fast.
My bad, people.
Yeah.
My bad.
We ain't going there yet. That's in the previews for the next episode.
Cut that.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm not gonna get into too much of the next episode on air, but I will speak to you about it off air because it's going to be special. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good one, and I'm sad that it's the fall finale because God knows Lee Daniels likes to do his finales well, where it's action after action after action, and
this is Wednesday, right?
Yes, this Wednesday.
Yeah, okay. I hope not.
Well, I know T has some things she has to get going, so I think that's going to wrap up our show for today. Let's see. Next week, we'll talk about the fall finale of Empire, as well as we'll talk about who won the, you got those last little conference championship games and stuff in college football.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
So, got to talk about next week. NFL, we'll talk about some more. We'll get into a little NBA talk as well. But this has been the Mac and T Show. And as always, I'm Bryant McKay, and I am with...
T, it's still great to be a Florida Gator, even though we're not that good at football right now. Gator Davis, thank you.
Oh, Treon Harris, you poor soul.
No. I'm gonna put this solely on the shoulder of Will. I want to do drugs great. That's what I'm gonna put that on.
Oh,
Will,
man.
I want to do drugs great, and I want to lie about it. Like, oh, I didn't know.
You knew.
We would be in a way better position if he was the quarterback. I suspect. I just really want them to go ahead and let whoever the second string guy have a chance. Like, can he do any worse?
Oh, no.
Honest.
No.
Could he?
No, probably not. Y'all ain't got no Brock Osweiler in Gainesville. So, anyway.
No, that's fine. But can the guy do any worse? Like, if you put any kid that's ever threw a football, like in high school, could he do any worse?
Probably not.
So, he must can't even throw the ball, whoever the kid is that they said that was. Because he must take, come on, you think as awful as this has been, that you'll be like, all right, well, let's just give him a try, see what happens.
Right. You'd think at some point they'd just toss him out there. But, hey, y'all are still in the SEC championship.
We are going to get destroyed.
More than likely.
Destroyed. I'm kind of sad that we made it. Because we're going to get destroyed.
I'm kind of sad that Auburn couldn't pull out the upset because I wanted a rematch with Treon. I wanted Treon as the quarterback.
Y'all would have destroyed us.
So.
It's still talk of the Sugar Bowl?
Right now, yeah. Because they're saying the second rated team out of the SEC is going to get the Sugar Bowl matchup. And right now, that's us and not the Gators. So.
Well, first of all, because y'all didn't even make to the conference, we would still be the second team out of the SEC.
Not according to the AP.
They probably wouldn't want us there because nobody's going to want to see that garbage of a game with this boy that can't throw a football. I don't even know how he got a do they assign you a position? Because I don't know who assigned him as a QB on ever.
So,
what time is it?
So anyway, that's going to be our show for today.
What time is it?
This has been the Mac and T Show. Thank you for listening.
This is the Mac and T Show. This is the Mac and T Show. We talk movies and TV shows, sports and world news, coasting like on a world cruise. hosted by Bryant, Mackay T Davis. Yeah. You can't tame us. We're going to the top, we're becoming famous.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mac and T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mac and T Show.